Hey kids, Dr. Cell Membrane here, but you guys can just call me Cell. I'm here to talk to you about my campaign for the most important organelle in all of Cell City. And I'm running under the slogan of Cell Membrane, changing the game. You get it? Because Membrane was a game. Let's start out with a little bit of my humble background first. I graduated from Columbia University and went on to grad school at Columbia University. I also had the fastest 15-yard sprint back in 5th grade. But enough about me. Let's try to talk about why I would make such a great leader. I'm composed of phospholipids, which is a lipid molecule that forms a semi-permeable membrane around the entire cell's cytoplasm. So basically, I cover the whole cell. If any of you didn't understand any of that, it's totally okay. Just picture this. There's a castle, and there's a ginormous wall that surrounds the entire castle. That wall is the cell membrane. Think about what would happen if there was no castle wall or defenses. Any mob of angry Europeans could just come in and seize the throne, and no one wants that to happen. The case is the same with cell. I decide what gets in and what gets out. So basically, I can decide whether to let in oxygen or water or any other beneficial molecule to the cell, and I can also decide to keep out molecules that I deem potentially hazardous. I also protect the entire cell and all the other organelles from their surroundings. So the fact that I have to control what gets in and what gets out basically means I have to be super flexible, which is 100% a quality a great leader would have. Now I could explain to you the benefits of my presidency, but why would I do it when I can just refer to you to many supporters of the cell membrane? Take a listen to these testimonials and see for yourself just how beneficial I can really be.
What's my line again? Yeah, he's clearly the best option. No one else covers the entire cell. He directly affects all the other organelles.
He's smarter, he's faster, he's stronger. He's better than all the other candidates. I mean, who even cares about the ribosome? All it does is match letters like ATU and C2G. My 2-year-old son can do it.
Yeah, I definitely think he's the right choice. He's the gatekeeper of the cell, and no one protects the cell like he does.
I honestly believe that the mitochondria is the most important organelle. I mean, they're basically in charge of supplying the entire cell with energy, which would never be possible without the all-important cell membrane, since it allows oxygen for respiration to enter the cell.
So, John, all we need you to do is say a few good things about the cell membrane. Just do you want to see your daughter or not? Huh? Well, if that's not overwhelming support for my candidacy, I don't know what is. And if the fact that I protect the entire cell and all the other puny organelles isn't enough to convince you, then I'd like to address you to a good old pal of mine. Please welcome my old buddy, the 44th President of the United States, Mr. Barack Obama.
Hey guys, it's me, Barack Obama, and today I want to talk to you about how the cell membrane would compare to the previous head of cells, which was the nucleus. Now, don't get me wrong, the nucleus had an amazing run and his legacy will continue forever. But the cell membrane is here to continue that legacy and even improve upon it. You see, during the nucleus's tenure, this membrane was there at all times, protecting him 24/7. It was kind of like how the Secret Service was to me. The cell membrane has always been loyal, not only to the nucleus, but also to the citizens of Cell City and the other organelles as well. The nucleus's main function was to communicate information across the organelles and manage the actions of the cell. The cell membrane plans to follow this by fostering communication and relationships between all of the organelles. I mean, the cell membrane is in charge of holding all the parts of the cells together, both figuratively and literally. Trust me, as a great leader, I can tell who will succeed and who won't. I give the Brock guarantee that the cell membrane will live up to the nucleus's greatness. Stay in school, kids.
Well, Barack is such a great guy. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I really wouldn't be here without you. Okay, but now I'd like to take some time to address a controversy that's been happening in the past 24 hours. First and foremost, Monica, I am not the father. I will not pay child support. If you got a complaint, you can take that up with the courts, okay? But what I really want to talk about is the fact that some posers have been using Twitter to tweet at me, verbally assaulting me, my reputation, and my campaign. Okay, so let's just take a look at what these wannabes are saying. Okay, let's get right. Okay, this next bit is pretty much a ripoff of Jimmy Kimmel mean tweets. But let's see what these kids are saying from atop their booster seats. The first tweet comes from @TheRoughestEr. He says that you wouldn't be able to function without proteins and the rougher. I mean, that's true, but without us, you guys really wouldn't have any reason to produce any proteins in the first place, and you'd basically just be a useless organelle that didn't have any purpose in life without us effectively using your products. @Ribonel says, you all mediate active transport, but where do you get your proteins from? We get them from you. But you know what else we get from you? Bone marrow disease and a higher risk of cancer. It turns out that defective ribosomes can cause mutations and in turn lead to a higher chance of severe disease. You know, we're out here, we're trying to defend the cell and everything and eliminate its problems, but you guys are the problem. And to me, I don't know about you guys, but to me, that just doesn't seem like the traits of a worthy leader. The chloroplast asks if we help clean the environment by using sunlight to convert carbon dioxide into energy and oxygen. No, we don't. That's your job. And judging by the recent increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, you guys haven't been putting in a lot of effort lately. We are not protecting you, any other organelles, 24/7, just so you can do a lousy job. Former Vice President Al Gore says that if you don't vote for the cell membrane, I will kill you with my bare hands. Yeah, I can see there's a lot of passion coming from our supporters. Speaking of the fusion, the cell membrane is in charge of what comes in and what goes out of the cell. This is extremely beneficial for the cell because it allows for reactants for cellular processes such as oxygen to enter the cell. I mean, you don't see any other organelle doing that.
Everything here is just so beautiful and serene. Sometimes I come out here and I sit here for hours. I just reflect about how important I am and everything I've done for the cell.
So, if there's anything I want you guys to get out of this, it's to vote for me, okay? And basically, I do everything. I protect the cell. I've protected the cell for billions of years now, and I keep planning to do that until the end of time, okay? So, you can count on me. You're #1 representative. I am the cell membrane, and I'm looking forward to your vote.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?